got a new deck and wanted to share. It's called the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. And I'm going to put my hand down here so you can see it's a big deck. I'm going to start by showing you the back. I'm going to kind of do it like that. Nope, I'm going to do it like that. So there's the back. Well, I'm kind of figuring this out. Trying to get it at an angle where you can see the card without a glare. So there's a card. I believe there's 74 cards in this deck. Hello, Barry and Emma and Marisol. I hope I said your name correctly. I think these cards will work very nicely for past life readings because they deal with issues. Things that would carry with us from one life to another. As you can see from my hand, they're a large card. Hi, Caroline. I was just sharing my new deck that I'm going to be using on my past life readings. A very nice deck. Hi, Miss Dawn. They are pretty, aren't they? They have a nice kind of earthy feel, a brightness. But they even deal with tough issues, because here's one on tough love. So I thought they would work out very well for issues from the past that carry into a current life, and even just dealing with a current life issue. They probably would be a nice deck to layer over another deck. kind of add depth to a reading. There's lots of ways you can use cards. Oh, Miss Emma, I'm kind of a Midwest girl in the U.S., and we're kind of in an area where if you go west of me, you run into a different accent in about 100 miles. In any direction that you go, you'll get a slightly different accent. They are, aren't they, Carolyn? They're a very nice set of cards. I first ran across them as a sample on a phone app, and I was drawn to the cards right away. I liked the art. I thought it was very intriguing, the style of art that she used, because it's like textiles. Basically, she's used bits of fabric, or at least the illusion of fabric. So I kind of enjoyed being able to see what all the words were, but I kind of, I'm not sure, Caroline, but if you can, it would be well worth it to get it. Here's what it's called, and there's the author of the deck, Kelly T. Smith. She has a card on fear, but as you can see, they're very, very good. They work very well for exactly what they say, a life guidance. And so as I, interacted with them on the app, it occurred to me, I thought, these are absolutely perfect, because these are life issues, and these are the things that would carry with you from one life to another. And so they will work very nicely with my past life readings. They do, don't they? It just, the box, kind of the colors reminded me of those paleo cave drawings, but yet they have more of a vibrancy, but they're those kind of tones. And so I really enjoyed that. And if you missed the back, that's what the back looks like. So it's just kind of a muted pattern. And if you notice, it's kind of like a door, kind of like maybe that you would wander through if you were going into the Akashic records to view the past. So I was kind of intrigued by that as well. And here we have reconciliation. And they're just really beautiful. And the nice thing about cards is I know people get intimidated by cards and tarot readings, and I know we hear the word gift a lot, and there is a lot that a reader brings to it. The cards are just a tool. And once a reader connects to a set of tools, it really helps them bring their, everybody calls it a gift, but everybody has it. I personally believe everybody has it, and we all use it to some degree in our daily lives. And some people, it's kind of like exercising, and the muscle gets super strong, and they're able to not only use it in their day-to-day life for themselves, but they're able to assist other people as well that probably do have their abilities, their intuition in place, but for whatever the reason, they kind of have a mistrust, or they're just so overwhelmed that, their intuition is getting blocked out, or they have emotional issues that's kind of riding over the top of their intuition. Hello, Miss Dawn. Yeah, they do. They kind of do look like a rice paper backing. But yes, you're right, Miss Caroline. They are definitely good guidance cards. They have very nice messages and topics. And I just love the colors. And I considered them for a while, and I thought, well, I got a lot of decks. And some of my decks were impulse buys, but every now and then there's decks that I'm just really, truly attracted to. And this is one of those decks. I'm sorry, this is a little shaky. I've got to get a situation going. I'm actually sitting on my bed. I'm supposed to be remaking my bed, and I thought, oh, let me look at these cards. And I thought, oh, I need to do a flip through because I'm going to flip through them anyway, so why not share it with everybody else? Oh, wow. This one, which you can't see it, but I have a bedspread that if it was on my bed, it's almost exactly like that. So, of course, I'm going to be drawn to that pop of color. And it says wake up call. And exactly when I saw that rich, vibrant color pop out, it's like, yep, that is a well put together card for that. Past life connections. Yes. Approval. I kind of want a bedspread or a cloth or curtains made out of all these swatches. And then you have this one that just really kind of jumps out there and is totally a different color scheme. But it's very beautiful. I'm not sure. Is that? I don't know if that's words. That's a pretty one. A very pretty one. That's a good idea, Miss Caroline. I have a list that I'm working on too, and I agree. That's a pretty card. The void. I like that the blue represents the void. And then there's self-love. That's the one from the box cover, as you can see. And we're down almost to the last one. Here's metamorphosis. And then we have speaking up. And that's all 74 cards. 74 cards. Well, actually 77 cards. Some of these I don't remember showing, but I must have. So 77 cards. A nice deck, nice size deck. Very pretty. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and as I was showing, they're big cards. You can see my hand. You know, they're a good size card. The box was a good size box. Yeah, it is, isn't it? 77 is a lot. That is a lot. Sure is. So, I hope you enjoyed this flip through, and I will talk to y'all later. I've got a lot of decks, and so I've been kind of going through them, and I may do some more flip throughs for y'all. Have a blessed evening, and oh, Miss Caroline, I know what you mean. Probably the way I'll use these is, and I don't know if you can see this, but when I have really big cards, I just do a messy spread out thing like that and just really spread them all out. And then I'll just kind of move my hand around until I'll be like, oh, it's this one here, and that's what we got, rejoicing. And that is where I'm trying to get in my life, so that's kind of a good card for me. But yeah, so that's how I'll use these cards, because they're too big to flip. And if I try doing that side shuffle throw thing, you know how they do, I'll end up throwing them over the side of the bed or wherever, and I'll be like, oh, crikey, and bad words, dirty words, and they'll be like, oh, sorry, now I'm going to get kicked off. But anyway, y'all have a good evening, and I'll talk to you later. And I waved at you, which you cannot see, so I'll do it down here. Good night.